Hello, hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Michelle. We talk all things life, love, spirituality, law of attraction, and all of that juicy goodness. In this video, I want to talk about your ability to quantum leap. If you are looking to make drastic change in your life in the next few weeks, listen up. This video is for you. I am walking 10 women through my mentorship, and it is open right now for more people to join, but we're going to go for 5 weeks and we are going to quantum leap you. We are going to transform your reality. And the fastest way to do it is what I'm going to share in this video. And the very first thing that I want to share is that we first have to be aware of what we're doing, thinking, feeling, and how we're being currently. So however we've been, that's why we're in the reality that we're in right now. And if you want to transform, if you want to change, if you want to create more, if you want to receive more, if you want to do something new, we have to be different than what we've been doing. So the first step is writing down what you've been thinking, what you've been repeatedly thinking that is not good for you, your limiting beliefs, your blockages, and things that maybe you haven't quite discovered about yourself yet. We're going to uncover that in the next 5 weeks. So in order to quantum leap, we have to do something drastically different, right? We cannot keep doing what we've been doing because that's what's created the reality that we're in. Okay, so it's just science. What we've done in the past has created our right now. So the present moment right now was created by the old you from last week, last month, last year. And if we want change, if we want to be different tomorrow, next week, next month, next year, we have to be different in the present moment. And quantum leaps can happen overnight, you guys. You can get something overnight that you didn't even think was possible, but it can happen to you. I've seen it happen to my clients, it's happened to myself. And all it takes is doing this one thing. Okay. This one thing will change your entire reality. So, first, we have to identify what does that old us look like? How are they being? How are they dressing? How are they speaking about their life? And you have to get really real with yourself. What have you been telling yourself? What have you been putting out into the universe? Is it a feeling of lack around money? Is it, oh my gosh, I don't even want to look at my bank account? We have to get comfortable with that. So let's use money as an example for this video. If you want to quantum leap your abundance flow, we first have to look at what is your relationship with money like right now, right? We take inventory. The first thing, if you want to change anything in your reality, you take inventory to what created your current experience. Once we have that on paper, now we just have to change it. You have to literally just change your thoughts, change your feelings. And quantum leaping is literally a shift in your vibration. You're literally like an energy body right now, and you're vibrating like this. And if you're vibrating in, oh my God, I'm scared to look at my bank account, that's a certain vibration, right? So if we want to change how we feel about that, we have to change a simple thought to create a newer, healthier, more vibrant vibration. So I'm going to give you this little tip. So let's rename your bank account. I learned this a couple of years ago from my mentor, and she taught me to call my bank account the giving tree. And just feel that for a minute. Instead of naming your bank account, call it the giving tree. When you're using these simple words, it feels light, it feels giving, it feels like you have an abundance of it, right? The giving tree feels full with leaves, just feel like you have so much to give. And it could mean love, it could be money, it could be the leaves on the tree, whatever your mind thinks of when you say the giving tree. Okay. So now we're going to think about, okay, I'm going to look at my giving tree. The frequency has already changed. Your vibration has already risen. Okay. Because you're not rising into this like high vibrational, like, oh my God, I feel so good about my giving tree. It's not that. It's that we took you from a low state of feeling fear to a neutral state of, oh, it's the giving tree. There's no feelings attached to that. There's no fear attached to that. There's no fear with the giving tree, right? And if we can change a lot of the things in our lives, that's just one example of using money and how we can shift our vibration around money. But we can use this in every area. You just have to find different words. Words are vibration. Words are coming out of our mouth. And if we are a match to that, then that's what we're going to attract. So if you want a quantum leap, all you have to do is change your words and change your vibration and your feelings when you say those words. Okay. So another thing she taught me was to call money honey. So think about that. If you're calling money honey, honey just feels light and sweet and yummy. And to me, it just feels endless. It feels like there's always honey available. And I just like it. It sounds cool. It sounds different. It sounds just delicious and like I want it, right? So the giving tree and honey instead of the bank account and money. This will shift your frequency. So your job is to take the thing, the area of your life that you want to quantum leap and start to pick out some words that are low vibration. Start to think about if it's a partner, if it's a job, if you're thinking of a 9 to 5, maybe change it from 9 to 5 to playtime. I get to go to my playtime. I get to go do my playtime. Whatever you guys can make up, whatever you want, but you're shifting the words, which then shifts how you feel after you say the words. Okay. So the whole point of this video, what I want you guys to take from this video is when you're speaking about something that initially caused you fear, which got you where you are, if we change the words, it changes our body's response to that. And then if our body is responding to that, then that means our vibration is changing. When your vibration changes, you can receive something overnight. It can be an instant shift. And if you can hold the vibration long enough, then it could come even faster. Okay, so this is how you quantum leap. I am coaching 10 women for the next 5 weeks, and we are doing this, and we're doing it every single week. We're going to be holding each other accountable in a group chat. We're going to stay in this vibration for 5 weeks straight. Can you imagine what we can create together in 5 weeks? If you want to join, hit the link in the comments, but quantum leaping is possible. It can happen overnight. We just have to get creative with our words. We have to get creative with our vibration and be investigators. We have to investigate, what am I telling myself and how is my body responding to the words that I'm saying? Once you can identify that, it's golden. You're good. And sometimes we need other people's mind to create, their imagination to create a new word for us. You know, we're not always great at doing it for ourselves. So that's why community works. That's why talking about this on calls. And somebody else might come up with a really cool word for you. And you're like, oh my gosh, I didn't even think of that. Just like my mentor gave me the giving tree and honey. I'm like, oh my gosh, everybody needs to hear about this because my vibration completely shifted when I started to name my bank account the giving tree. And then what I did was I went and looked at my bank account because I used to be an avoidant. I would avoid my bank account just like an avoidant partner. You can have that kind of same relationship with money and abundance. All of a sudden, we are avoiding the bank account, but now I'm looking at it. Okay, it's the giving tree. I want to look at it. I want to see how much is in there. And you find appreciation for what has already left your giving tree. And then you can feel so proud of yourself because you're like, oh my gosh, I gave money to my phone bill because I can connect with my nieces and my nephews at college. I can connect with my clients on Zoom because of my Wi-Fi. So we start to find gratitude for the money that has already gone out because the giving tree is giving it out in a good way. And that immediately shifts how you are showing up and building a relationship with money. You're not fearing your bank account anymore. You're noticing and finding gratitude for your giving tree. And if you still feel a little angst looking at the bank account, even though you're calling it the giving tree, you might have to do these moments where you pause. And we're going to go over this in my mentorship. I'm going to give you tools to pause and put your hand on your heart and start to say certain things that will calm the nervous system down in the moment that you have to check the bank account, check the giving tree. So all of this is possible for you. You guys can shift anything overnight. You can call in anything. It's literally changing your vibration. You are vibrating right now, and how you've been in the past month has created your vibration right now. And to quantum leap, we just have to change how you're vibrating right now. It could be a workout, it could be eating better, it could be saying a word differently, saying a different word, feeling an emotion about a certain word. And if you can get really good with being creative with your imagination, coming up with new ways to shift yourself, you're going to be a quantum leaper for life. You're going to be consistently going to the next level, and it becomes flowy, it becomes effortless, and it becomes a habit. And then you'll have these tools forever. So if you want help, if you want to join my community, we are starting 10 women, 5 weeks. We are quantum leaping your reality. Get in there. The link is in the comments. I cannot wait to see who joins because we are all like-minded. We're all going to be on the same page, working on the same things, and I cannot wait to be your guide. So like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you for supporting me, my daughter, and our channel. Our mission is to help you evolve, grow, and expand and fall more in love with life and stay out of suffering. All right, lovies, I will see you in the next one. Peace out.